Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back, baby. It is Inside the Trenches. So it's Monday Fun Day for us, baby, and thank y'all for always tuning in. It's your host, Marlon, Big Fave Favorite. I'm joined by CL NOLA, and we got the boy, Lil Chris, on here. And we got so much to talk about. Why? Because the preseason is back, baby. That's right. Week 1, we're going to definitely dive into that. Shouts out to Health Nut System for sponsoring this segment. Dr. Kendra, you the real MVP. Definitely, if you guys are looking for a product to get you all your nutrients for the day, you definitely have to think about Total Body. Hit her products up. You have the Speed Up 360. You have her Still Body products on there. The Total Body has been a good piece for me, so y'all go to stillbody.org for more information and let them know that you heard about them right here on Inside the Trenches. Well, fellas, week 1 has kicked off in the playoff. In preseason, and I think we are in for not only just a good season, right? But we're in for a lot of surprises. I want to kick this thing off with the Colts-Raven game. I thought that was one of the more critical games from the weekend. Anthony Richardson did fracture his finger. A lot of folks, when the play initially happened, it was about the fact that, the offensive line looks like they're going to be struggling again in this season, so on and so forth. Well, my old teammate, quarterback for the Saints, Chase Daniels, went on and said, hold on now, let me tell y'all what happened. So for our folks who may have not checked out this game, 24-16, Daniel Jones was 10 for 21, 144 yards. K. Mitchell, 9 carries, 68 yards. Nothing too flashy on both sides. For both teams. Just guys that, obviously the first few drives. Well, in this game, you needed to see these quarterbacks. So we saw a good, healthy bit of these guys playing in the game. But for the most part, fellas, it just was what it was. Now, Anthony Richardson was 2 for 3, 21 yards. Of course, he had ended up getting hurt. From a rushing perspective, Riley Leonard got in there. He got some rushing yards. I think he's a good backup. Riley Leonard from Notre Dame was at Duke. And I think, did they get him in like the 5th round? Or
something late.
Something super late, but nonetheless, he was solid as a college player. So, Chris, or should I say CL, the controversy with this hit on Anthony Richardson, it was slide protection to the left. Baltimore ended up blitzing, right? So he didn't feel it. And wow, they rocked him. So Chase Daniels was making the argument of, hey, when you do have this situation, you're supposed to hit your hot. He did have 2 hots. So your thought on Anthony Richardson, not necessarily just that play, but your thoughts of him and his quarterback battle between him and Daniel Jones.
I think it just speaks to young Richardson's still inexperience in today's NFL. This is not college where your athletic ability usually kind of helps you get over the hump in certain situations. He didn't hit the hot read. He actually had 2 hot reads to the left side. He didn't see it. He held the ball. Dude got a free shot on him. That's usually how it happens. And the ones that hurt the most are the ones that you don't see. So that's football. And it's unfortunate for the young man because injuries has plagued his young career. But in these instances, you must be more aware of your protection and your hots.
That's true. Not a lot detected at all. And that's what Chase Daniels was alluding to, like, an elite quarterback should know this. Chris, a subject that comes up about these younger quarterbacks, we saw it with Mitchell Trubisky. We're seeing it live and living color with Caleb Williams. This is definitely the story of Anthony Richardson. These guys who really only have 1, some 2 successful or experienced years of college ball, but then going in head first into the NFL. In the case of Anthony Richardson, he only started at Florida 1 season. He got drafted pretty high, Indiana, saw his athletic ability, it was there. Do you see this trend, right? This trend of these young quarterbacks performing badly, and do you think that Anthony Richardson has a legit shot to be the starter?
I do think he has the talent to become the starting quarterback for the Colts. I feel like at the end, it just has to be him got to be consistent. And because he got the talent, he got the big arm, he could run over people, he got legs, he can move around. Just stay consistent and stay healthy. And I think he could have a shot.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for him. Daniel Jones, I think, probably has a slight edge just because
for sure.
Obviously he's healthy right now.
And his experience.
His experience.
Yeah.
Bad or good, it's still experience.
Yeah.
Something to be excited about before we go on to the next team. Tyler Warren had 3 pass catches for 40 yards. Big dog tight end, so I think that's just a highlight for them as well. Eagles versus Bengals. The Eagles was able to go in and win this game. Obviously, it's a preseason game, so we can't really get too in-depth with the scores. But 27-34, the Eagles won. A couple of highlights from this game was just really the first 2 drives, right? Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow back CL.
Yeah.
Same old.
Yeah, and they're showing that they are game day ready, if you will, week 1 ready. With their timing, their execution. But I've never doubted that in Cincinnati. I think the question is in Cincinnati is what's going to happen on defense? Trey Hendrickson is still not signed. The first-round pick defensive end edge, if you will, still not signed. What's really going on in Cincinnati? And to all the people that, don't look always inside the trenches when you watch a football game, something very important happened that night. Landon Dickerson went down. Couldn't put weight on his leg and was helped off the field. That's the all-pro, all-world offensive lineman for the Eagles. So now with the leaving of Mekhi Becton from last year's Super Bowl offensive line, now Landon Dickerson going down for some time, that offensive line for the Eagles is only 40% from last year. So these are the type of things that happen in the preseason. Of course, everybody deals with injury, with 100% injury rate in the NFL, but it's all about which players and when it happens, and this is tremendous for the Eagles as well as the Colts.
It is. Injuries soon, well, not always, you don't want to use the word soon. It always typically plagues the league. Yeah. For us last year with the New Orleans Saints, it hurt us badly up front with the offensive line.
Snake bitten.
Yeah, that's something to pay attention to. It was a lot of buzz, Chris, behind rookie Ashton Gentry for the Raiders. His first play, get out there. He had limited runs. First play, get tackled for loss, bottled up. A lot of people anticipated this. A lot of folks said, hey, he was able to do that at Boise State. He may not be able to be as explosive of a running back. Is just this first game jitters for him, or do you think this guy's going to be a star this year in the league?
I think it was just first game jitters, and I think he's pro ready. I mean, like you said, he was used to going up against stacked boxes, 8-man boxes when he was in college at Boise State because he was the only explosive player on their offense. So he was used to that, and I think, I know it's gonna take a little bit of adjustments. Game speed is different in the NFL than it was in college, but I feel like he will get better and better as time will go on with experience.
And I think actually he'll look better. He didn't have Geno at quarterback, to threaten, downfield shots. So I'm sure the box was stacked. All the eyes were on him. They only gave him 3 carries.
Yeah.
It's nothing for anybody to have any type of alarm. Even contrary to the Saints, Rattler didn't actually have Olave, Cooks, or Sheedy to actually throw the ball to. So, a lot of times, we throw these guys in the mix, but it's not the true team that will have them, that will have their backs on Sunday. So we all look at it with a half empty, half full type of eyes.
You have to. And I mean, it's the first week of preseason. We're not going to overreact. That's why y'all see us just big chilling. It's kind of like, this happened this way. Because, listen, this is the NFL, and a lot of cards are being held, right? You're not
and a lot of cards are being dealt with injuries.
That's
early
right as well.
Injuries.
And that's a good point, CL, because injuries play, I know we talked about it playing a major role, but it's to be able to time out the amount of reps your players are getting, when to play your starters, when not to play them. Obviously, some of these teams got young guys or guys battling it out. Like we just talked about it with the Colts and the Ravens. Right now, Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones are battling it out. So we're going to see a lot of them in the preseason. Running back room sold up for the Saints, right? We'll get into the Saints a little bit later, but you don't necessarily have to, per se, deal with that. Let's kind of go over y'all. If y'all just tuning in, baby, it's Inside the Trenches. We're live here at Loyola Studios in beautiful New Orleans, Louisiana. And look, check this out. If you hadn't done it yet, go right now and subscribe to Inside the Trenches with Marlon Favorite on YouTube. And look, join the live chat. Y'all jump in this. Y'all watch some of the games this weekend. Talk to CL. CL will go back and forth with you. Little Chris wants to see what's happening with you too, baby.
Yeah, of course.
CL said he'll go back and forth with you if you talk about a little something. But if you say something
if you know what you're talking about, I might go back.
You see what I'm saying?
With you, but
now he definitely not gonna go back and forth with you if you're talking trash about Shedeur Sanders, like he not the real deal, because that's something for sure we saw this weekend. Against all odds, I've been in those situations before where you get to start one of these games, they're setting you up to see what you're going to do, and he went out there, y'all, and he showed up and showed out. 2 touchdowns, just showed so much poise in the pocket, awareness, everything was on point. That back corner pass in double coverage that just fit right in that pocket. He showed why he was first-round value. CL, we talked about this before the show. I got to come to you first, my brother. The performance of Shedeur Sanders in Game 1 for Cleveland was nothing less than spectacular. They even had the baby out there, switched his Carolina jersey and put on the Shedeur jersey. Yeah, real news. CL, what you say, baby?
I sit here just as humble and just as gracious as Shedeur was after the game and even before the game. I also sit here as just as a boisterous and proud, just like his father, Deion Sanders. This is a close and personal situation for me because, Faith can tell you, I've been watching Shedeur since he was in Christian Academy in Texas.
Dallas, yeah.
And I saw it then, right? I saw when Jeff Blake actually used to coach him, used to be one of his early coaches. I saw when finally Tom Brady got a hold of him and started mentoring him. And, I saw it when he went to Jackson State, and regardless of what was around him, he still was delivering the ball with lack of offensive line. I saw when he went to Colorado, and still, yes, Travis Hunter is someone to be spoken about, but we know the game of football, and you can easily take away one guy, and he still delivered, and he still was the most accurate quarterback in college football last year. And for them, and I mean when I say them, I say the NFL, to collude against this young man in the draft and him to drop to the 5th round, that was very disheartening for someone like me, I'm sure the family and everybody else involved.
Oh, yeah,
and so,
fan base and all.
Friday night was a combination of all of that, because in his whole entire career, he done had 6 coordinators. So whatever you throw at him, he is mentally ready. Physically, he has all the skills. Now, he doesn't have the rocket arm, but he gets it there, obviously, with the touchdown that you spoke about earlier in the corner. This young man has been ready for prime time since the day he came out the womb, and nothing has never changed. Now, I personally thought, in favor tell you, I thought it was quite a setup, because you make him the starter when you've never gave him first-team reps the entire season. And I thought that was a travesty. But once again, this young man showed out, because that's what he was born to do.
Yep. Chris, your thoughts on Shedeur's performance?
And I'm about to tell y'all right now, if y'all ever go through any adversity at life, watch Shedeur Sanders. Because like you just said, what he been through growing up, Jackson State, Colorado, in the NFL draft, this man literally lost millions of dollars because he wasn't even a first-round pick. He was a 5th-round pick. And then, like you just said, he had no first-team reps, none. And even the Browns owner was like, if you had to tell me to pick Shedeur Sanders, I'm saying no. But they picked him anyway, and Shedeur Sanders said, screw you, I'm going to perform out there. I'm going to prove to y'all why I am that guy, and I am the best quarterback in this draft. And he was the best rookie quarterback this preseason.
And he's going to have 2 more games to show that in the preseason.
Absolutely.
As they're trying to do the evaluation and make the decisions here going into the season. I mean, he's in a situation where you have Kenny Pickens, he's hurt right now. Of course, we know about Deshaun Watson and his condition. Gabriel down right now. So it's like all the odds that were stacked up against him. We hear the stories about him throwing the ball to the equipment guys at practice because he's not getting enough reps. So you throw him out in the fire. And one thing, he's battle-tested, right? We did see Shedeur his entire career at Colorado, even at Jackson, didn't have the best offensive line and was able to maneuver. And we saw that this past weekend. Right. So I do look forward to it.
He wasn't mobile. And watch what he did Friday night.
His dad taught him right.
Taught him right, so we keep on watching. Brian, man, your boy doing his thing.
The biggest watch preseason game probably in the history of the NFL.
No doubt. And look, check this out too, y'all. Shiloh got off. He made a quarterback hit. Did some good things, so that was cool for the brothers. All right, y'all. Shedeur wasn't the only rookie quarterback that played this weekend. Right. We also had the opportunity to look at Jackson Dart play against. They played against the Bills. Yeah. He was 12 for 19, 154 yards, 24 yards rushing. We all too familiar with that with LSU.
Yeah. Right.
So, Chris, I'm going to come to you first. Jackson Dart, is he in the conversation of potentially being a starter mid-season? Or, I mean, you got Russell, won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Right? Has been up for MVP. Or did he win an MVP one year?
No.
He was definitely in the conversation.
Yeah.
And has longevity in this league. You got this rookie come out of Ole Miss who's shown and showed out throughout his entire career in college as a top guy for Lane Kiffin. And then you have Jameis who, I mean, listen, no matter what, dog, somebody going to want Jameis in their locker room.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a locker room guy.
Definitely.
He is.
Does Jackson Dart, 2nd round pick, right? No, 1st round.
He was a
They
first round pick.
drafted him in the 1st round.
He was a first round
Does
pick.
he have an opportunity, you think, mid-season based off of what you saw?
If I'm the Giants, I'll probably will let him sit behind, Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. Let him, give him the experience talk, teach him a few things here and there, and then maybe whenever their contracts is up, maybe they can give him a chance to be the starting quarterback in this league.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. I know we talked about Jackson Dart, but I'm gonna talk to you about Cam Ward because throughout the entire draft process, him and Shador trained together. We saw a lot of their videos on Instagram. They motivating each other, talking trash to each other, so on and so forth. This weekend, he showed us something, especially the way he found Calvin Ridley a lot.
Right.
Are we looking at a dude who's going to turn this program around for Tennessee based off of what you saw thus far?
I don't know about turning the program around because I respect the division that they're in. But I do believe he's a nice spark to what's been going on or lack thereof in Tennessee. Calvin Ridley has always been a 1,000-yard receiver in whatever uniform he would have on. So I'm grateful for the young Cam to have a target to throw to. I just still feel like there's not enough identity in Tennessee just yet for them to get over that hump. And, the defense has always been a work in progress. Respectfully, the defensive lineman that name is running away from it, all respect to him.
No doubt. Man, I'm trying to think, too.
Big boy in the middle, number 98, pure monster. Forgot his name.
Me too.
Jesus.
We gonna get
Monday.
Oh, they go that Monday. I'm telling y'all, that's one thing. Hey, all our folks who check us out, they like, man, these dudes on Monday.
90 for who?
Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah,
Oh. He's a
look,
beast.
Inside the trenches, baby. It was gonna come around.
Shouts
He's
out
a
to you,
beast.
Mr. Jeffrey Simmons. I do understand we come to Tennessee this year, and brother, I'm aware of your game. All respect, brother. All
Got my
respect.
boy Arden Key there too. We trained him at the BT Jordan training camp.
And Tulane's great Tajay.
Tajay Spears.
So they got some folks there. It's a loaded up team.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, we got a couple more things we're gonna talk about here in this first segment, but segment 2 and segment 3 back-to-back guests. Y'all definitely gonna want to stick around for that. We got my man Nesby Phips going to come down and talk to us about a couple of musical projects he got going around in the city, and then we'll be joined by LSU's commit, class of 2026, Deuce Geralds. He's going to join us on the show as well, talk about signing, committing to LSU because he still has another senior year to play. So I look forward to getting him on the show as well. CL, you were very candid about talking about the Jets, right? Big Aaron Glenn fan.
Yep.
You was rooting for him even when we were going through who's going to be our next coach to hire. The Jets definitely got him there. Justin Fields looked exceptionally well yesterday.
Yep.
Here's a young man who was a first-round draft pick and went through a roller coaster his first few years in this league. This is the Jets without Aaron Rodgers, new head coach that has some playoff experience. What you thought about the Jets against the Packers?
I love what I saw from the Jets this weekend. That defense was flying around, creating turnovers, getting the ball back to Justin in great field position, and he was able to let his legs take over and get into the end zone. I also love the steadfast commitment from Coach Glenn because I won't hide from my own comments and questions. I question Coach Glenn and why they possibly didn't take a Shazor Sanders in the draft. And I guess he's showing us now that he actually believes in Justin Fields and what he's put around him. And I think that is to be spoken of. What is put around him, a two-headed monster at running back, a very live defense that gets him the ball back and plays field position. So I do respect, and I can't wait to see what else Coach Glenn has in store for Fields because it looks like a marriage made in Jersey.
Hey, let me tell you something. He went and got him. He said, I want him from Pittsburgh, and he's there, and it's something he saw. Because you got to think about it. I mean, even though he's a defensive coach, he sat on a couple of staffs in war rooms where that man's name was. I mean, the Detroit war room when he was coming out the draft. Chris, before we get out this segment, I want to go to, I'll tell you what. What other? Oh, I got it. Your thoughts. We talked about this off air. Dolphins, Bears. I'm not bringing this game up so much about the matchup or what have you. It was cool. I know
where you're going.
Ollie Gordon had a touchdown for the Dolphins, a late touchdown. The Broncos edge rusher Austin Booker, he recorded 3 sacks. All that's cool. Caleb Williams. Another young quarterback. What kind of year this is going to be for Caleb, right? I mean, this is a tough division he's in. He's in a competitive division. He is in there with another inexperienced NFL quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. But look what's around J.J. McCarthy, right? He has the weapons, the Justin Jeffersons of the world, so on and so forth.
Addison.
Green Bay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I forgot about Addison.
Yep.
Green Bay. You know, Jordan Love is looking like the next top-tier one quarterback here in the next few years. Where does Caleb Williams pop up? Is he a playoff quarterback? Does he have another year struggling? Do you believe in Caleb Williams?
Okay. I'm not gonna say he's gonna head to superstardom just yet, but I don't think he's gonna struggle. I think it's just somewhere in the middle. Like, I feel like he's gonna have a year or two, like probably like how Josh Allen was year or two, or Kyler Murray was year or two, or even Bryce Young was year or two. I think he's gonna have that type of year or two. So not horrible, but not great. Just somewhere decent in the middle.
And I'm glad you brought up, as we wrap up this segment, I like the point you make. He does seem like a mid-tier guy. I still feel like he last place in that division for sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, him and JJ may surprise us. Who knows going to be who. But, I mean, it's just a competitive. Yeah.
I feel like he's going to struggle. People forgetting this is his seventh coordinator in sixth coordinator in 4 years. The new Ben Johnson coming in. That's why I don't think they even played him in preseason, because it's just not worth putting that on film right now. So I think he's going to struggle.
And you brought up Bryce Young. He looks like a whole nother player. This is year 3 for him, you know, so he did win the Heisman. Well, it's Inside the Trenches, baby. We're going to take ourselves a little break. Again, once again, shouts out to Health Nut System. Dr. Kendra, appreciate you for sponsoring this segment. Y'all stick around, baby. Y'all know Inside the Trenches is all about sports and entertainment. And our next guest knows all about that. Y'all stick around, baby. We'll be right back. It's Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches. Inside the trenches.
Here is where your story continues. Stretch the limits of your imagination. Create the world as you see it. One letter, one word, one pixel at a time. Move to the rhythm of your own story. Make something more. For him and her and them, for the world. Do what you love. Tell stories like never before in state-of-the-art recording, news, and editing studios, created just for you. Learn skills that will never expire. Document moments, seconds, frames per second. Turn them into masterpieces. Creativity is more than a lifestyle. Make it a career. Tune into the sounds around you. Those notes, you were always meant to sing them. Creative boundaries, you were always meant to break them. Become the creative professional you are destined to be at the Anchor Institution for the Creative Economy. This is a stage, a world stage. New Orleans, culture rich. Loyola, hands-on access. Make the next move. Perform and work immediately. We do things differently. Use your creativity to impact society. Expand your mind. Be with and for others. Continue your story in the College of Music and Media at Loyola University, New Orleans.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Well, welcome back, beautiful people. And thank y'all so much for tuning in Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Faith Favorite. And remember, every Monday, y'all, every Monday at 6:30 p.m., we're right here on Inside the Trenches, talking sports and entertainment. Y'all be sure to set y'all alarm now and be sure to join us. You know, y'all gonna see Seattle in its different Mardi Gras, Pelicans, anything New Orleans, you see NOLA.
Thank you to the sponsors.
You better be shouts out to the sponsors, and shouts out to the sponsor of this segment, Conquer Sports Pros.
Thank
from
you again,
sports
sponsor.
consultation, for sports consultation, training, media training, you name it, it's at Conquer Sports. Visit their Instagram at Conquer Sports Pros for more information, and be sure to train with the champions. But yeah, and y'all can also follow CL at CL_NOLA for all the, again, if you the dude, like we go to Seattle, the Saints go there, he going with them. So just follow his Instagram. It's like he at the game.
Putrid sound.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, our next guest is no stranger to the city of New Orleans. Hails from the streets of Holly Grove, right here in New Orleans, Louisiana. He's went to school with Mac Main, Currency, and also produced and worked with these guys throughout the city. Our next guest is none other than Nesby Phips. Nesby, welcome to the show, baby.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming through.
Here, brother.
Welcome, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Welcome, bro. We was trying to do this for a couple of weeks now.
I'm glad we finally got you in, and y'all make sure y'all follow him at Nesby Phips. That's with 1 P at the end. I know we had Mac on here. He got the 2 P's Phelps, but hey, we all New Orleanians. You know what I'm talking about?
That boy, I talked to him when he was inside, and that boy was like, "So who your people is?" I was like, "Dawg, that's my stage name. That ain't my real name." He was trying to see if we was related.
yeah, right.
New Orleans,
That's cool. Well, we'll get started this way. You've been doing music in the area, as we talked about, in the industry for over 30 years now, working with Currency, Wiz Khalifa. Man, I love the supply off of Cushion Orange Juice. That was one of my little favorite mixtapes back when I was in the league.
Oh, love.
Oh, yes, indeed.
That's crazy.
So how that connection, obviously you guys went to school, man, when you knew that you was going to be able to work in this capacity?
So all through school, I was only known as an athlete. I played ball. And when I got to Southern, I wound up having a stretched valve in my heart, and that took me off the field. So I chose, because going into Southern, I had bought a drum machine, but I was about to walk on because my grades was trash. I couldn't get a scholarship. I was about to walk on in college, and I had to make the decision whether I was going to risk it and play ball because I could suffer a cardiac arrest, and I was like, I just bought this drum machine. I'm about to go all in on music. So in college, I was doing barbering and music. But all that time in high school, spitting them ain't no I created. I was, I'm a visual artist as well. So I was painting in the crib, drawing in the crib, playing the piano, saxophone, piccolo, flutes, all this stuff was in my house. But I kind of kept that to myself. So once I got to college, I started to let people know. And I'll never forget, Saver Center on Bullet. I ran in the spit out there. And that's when he was running with C and them. And I was letting them know I had beats. And he was looking at me crazy, like, "What you mean you do beats?" I was like, and then he kind of ain't believe me. He was like, "Dawg, you serious about this?" And back then you had to be serious.
Right,
it wasn't no fly by night, "Ooh, I made this in 10 minutes and uploaded." This was, no computers in the studio, you know what I'm saying? And so when he got with, I kept doing my thing, but while he was doing his shit, I wound up, Mac was really the first person to, start working with me on a regular. Mac Man, and this one I pull up anywhere and just open up my studio. I remember he was working with Jonathan Bender, and they had a studio on Vets, and they had people in the room. But I had my shit all in like this Rubbermaid container.
Yeah.
And I had like bookshelf speakers and all type of shit. And I wound up hooking up my shit in the hallway. Me and him was recording my mixtape in the hallway by Jonathan Bender in them studio.
Right.
Wow. So, and I was cutting Mac hair too, because I'm a barber by trade. So Mac, he was in my house getting his hair cut with Wayne, sent him the voicemail.
Yeah.
Asking him, "Yo, you want to do the King J thing, or you gonna come and rock with me with this Young Money thing?" And this was like 2003, 4-ish.
That's right. Young Aiden was recording out that studio.
There you go. And so I always been around, but I maintained my relationships mostly through being a barber. And cause, I was around Mac a lot of times. I was cutting his hair. It just so happened we'd get the music in. So when he got with Young Money and the Katrina hit, I'm in Atlanta, they're in Atlanta. So I'm still cutting their hair and I'm able to slide in my BCDs like that. And I was actually on Currency album with Young Money. Of course, that album never really came out, but we recorded 2 songs. They recorded 2 songs. One had him, it was Mac, Wayne, and Spit On. It was a song called Brainstorm. And then the other one was just a song with Spitter by itself. And then, I was still doing my own thing. The internet started to becoming a thing. Then Spitter left Young Money. And I was still cutting his hair. And he had come see me in the A. And he was like, "Man, they had some beats on the CD that Mac and them had in the studio, and I wanted to rap on them. I didn't get a chance to rap on them, and I ain't got the CD. He said, "Do you still got them?" And I said, "Yeah." And one of those beats he wound up recording and put it on one of his first mixtapes, Fair Loathing in New Orleans, and it was a song called "Lost in Transit." And that's when I started rolling, just me and him locking in, and then Fly Society became Jet Life, and then, blogs became a thing. So then we had access to our audience, and, I kind of jumped off the porch all the way with him with Jet Life. And I kind of skipped over the whole label portion of being in the industry because the internet was the way we connected. So I became a part of the blog era of rap. And, through Spitter, I meet Wiz, met Nip, all type of people, bro. So the Spoken Robinson mixtape we did with Spitter when we went to New York, fooling around with Dame. I was with him when I was with Spitter when Dame called him.
I remember this.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
like 2018?
Yeah. Like he was, I forgot, dude. I think it was Perp House. He was playing pool when he got the call. And then after that, I came got him because he got his hair cut. And he was like, "Man, this nigga, somebody called my phone acting like they was Dame Dash." You hear me? And, he hung up on him at first. Yeah. And then he wound up calling him back, and like 2-3 weeks later, Spitter was in New York. And then I pulled up maybe 2-3 weeks after that because I had to come back home to be in my best friend's wedding. God bless the dead. And then when we got to New York, it was started rocking with Dame and them. It was on after that, bro. So, and I had been on the road for the longest from like 08, 09 to like 2013. Then I came home and kind of chilled because my kids was getting big without me. And I made like a hard stop on touring and recording on the road and stuff. And it's crazy because I'm doing shows with Kendrick. I'm recording Nip. Like, I'm around. I'm in it. I'm doing everything that I was working for to do. But I made a hard decision to be there with my kids because I'm like, man, what do I want? What am I willing to miss? Their childhood or a music career? And I was like, I can't get that back. I can always get back to music, not knowing what it was gonna look like. Right. But I was like, man. So I chose my kids. I came back home, and I came home and had to figure everything back out from the beginning because my whole life was on the road. Right. I was living between Atlanta, New York, California, and then I came home and we started 0017. Me, my cousin Izzo, my boy Reem, and that became what it was. And then I got into my art real heavy after going to Art Basel for 2015. I remember I went out there because I'm divorced now, so this was kind of back on my own. And I took a trip just to get away, not knowing Art Basel was a thing. I just went to go kick it by my home and just get away from the city. Right. And I was like, man, what's all this going on in your neighborhood? He was like, man, take the bike and go see it's like an art festival. So I rode around, and it was just all everywhere, bro. Swiss Beats had the Dean Collection exhibit. It was just all on the walls everywhere. And the thing that really made me get on my hustle with art was I saw somebody set up an art gallery in the back of a Ryder truck. Wow. And I know what hustling look like, you know what I'm saying? Like by any means hustling. Right. And when I saw that, and I'm thinking about all the paintings, because I wasn't selling paintings, I was just doing them at home. And I came home and started selling prints. And like the business model on art was way colder than what was going on with music. Right. And it was like straight direct to consumer, just like we was doing with music. And then I wound up just fusing those worlds together. So I kind of stopped making tapes. And the only thing I was really doing with music and have been doing for the last few years is like sync license and stuff and television and film. So like commercials. I was in the Marvel show for they filmed down here, Cloak and Dagger. Not only was I in it, I got other people placed in the show, music syncs, and I got some on-screen performances for some people and stuff. So since then, there's been a whole lot of art, working in the film stuff, doing music supervision, and when the pandemic hit, I started playing guitar. Wow. I started playing. I taught myself how to play guitar following the Adrian Young challenge, and it was when you just sit with an instrument for 30 days, 3 hours a day. And at the end of that 30 days, I was able to play and sing and write. Wow. And, I kind of just been doing a lot of that ever since.
Now, can you believe, I didn't know none of that.
No.
None of that.
Yeah. I mean,
Obviously it's a New Orleans thing. How we came together, and I didn't know any of that.
Yeah.
The first time I was introduced to you, obviously you know the story. Was at your event.
Yeah, the reset.
And I definitely want you to tell the people about your event, brother, because off camera we talked about a level of service, and I think that's what actually draw me to you guys in your event personally, brother, because I kind of take the glasses and the hat off. Maybe I don't. But I go in a service mode more than I am just, who I regularly am. And I appreciate you for that, brother.
Yeah, you take the glasses off. This is my first time seeing you in superstar mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I see you, we be ground level.
Level of service, you know.
100%.
Steak man be out there.
Old Steak, shout out to Steak man.
That's my brother.
And with you bringing up 0017, shout out to my homie Izzy, too, because he was the first one to put me on 0017.
Yeah, that's my cousin, man.
Wow, that's crazy.
He was staying in the Upper Pine Tower building right on Jackson Square.
Yeah.
And he had an extra bedroom. So when I came back home, he let me put my studio up in there and he loves music. Like he's a real A&R, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Like he loved music more than me as far as like having a tolerance to just be listening all day. Him and my brother like that. And he brought all them guys to me. Reem, Jay Jones. He brought Jay Jones to me. And it's just damn near everybody he knew around the way who could rap, and that's how 0017 started.
Jonesy, that's crazy. Wow. So Insane's a good friend. He's a friend of the show. He's good friends of ours. So that's how I met Jones. Shouts out to Jones, man. Big up record with Plug.
Yep. And now he Young Money.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, holding it down.
Tell the people about Reset, brother.
So Reset at Sunset is a wellness kickback, I call it. And it really started from something I was doing personally for myself. I did this mural over by Suno. Right under the underpass, biggest mural I ever done, and I only been doing murals for like 2-3 years, and it took me 4 months to do it because it was like a football field on both sides of the street. Right. That's how long the wall is, and since I live in Highland Grove, I take the lake home. You ain't go through no red lights, and I'm always quitting around sundown, and I went from just like taking pictures of the sunset because it was dope, and on Wednesdays they be having sailboats out there. And to me getting out, taking pictures, and now I'm taking videos, and now I'm just waiting for the sun to just go completely away. And it just became like a little personal ritual for myself. And I did it so much that one day near Memorial Day last year, I was just like, man, I wonder if people won't come do this with me, like kick it if I play some music, And so like a week later, I put it on my stories. A few people said, yeah, they'll come. So I put up a little free Eventbrite link. It was free, so you could only have like a maximum of 25 people attend, and like all of that filled up super fast. But I wound up having like 40 people out there the first time, and it was like it was literally just laying in the grass. When it was simple then, when it wasn't 1,000 people, it was just 40 people laying in the grass. I had my speakers out there. I had a little quiet generator. Brought my sunflowers because that's my favorite flower. I keep them in my house, and some watermelon juice, because throughout that time I was doing a mural, I was doing a lot of fasting and working with Zachary Ramsey over at Detox International on Miracle. And so now the two signature things in the Reset is sunflowers and watermelon juice. That's what I give to the people that come. It's in a completely free event, and I didn't intend for it to be what it is now, but I enjoyed it so much the first time I hurried up and did one 2 weeks later, and we doubled in attendance, so now he's got 80 people. And so and everybody was like, man, let's do this again. So the third one I had 120 people like a month later, and now I'm about to have my 17th one, and we consistently over 1,000 people. And I've even taken it out of the region, even out of the country. I did a Reset in Seattle, and I also did one in the Grill, Jamaica. And now I'm about to put it on the road to more cities because more people want it. But in New Orleans, I was doing it on the lakefront, and now I moved to the Greenway.
Lafitte
Greenway.
Tight. Yeah.
That's not too far from Broadside, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, it's right up the street.
Yeah.
They're more welcoming over there at the Greenway.
For sure.
They kind of gave me a hard time on the lake, and everybody more comfortable over there because the police not hovering over us.
Right.
But yeah, I'm about
more parking.
More parking, all that. So, and as the components of the event kind of came and evolved on its own, it's a free event. I accept donations for people when they RSVP, but I'm basically putting up the bread and the time to give back to New Orleans. It's my personal offering to the city and the people of the city, bro. To give them a chance to kind of like regroup, like kind of like let their mind unwind. And we do it on a Sunday so you could go into the week kind of fueled up and rested and prepare. Because most of the times we kick it on a Sunday in New Orleans, but we really be turning up all the way until it's time to go to bed. Right. And there's nowhere you could really go and fellowship and be with people and have a good time, but ain't gotta get your head bad. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we end right after sunset, so you can still go home, get you a good night rest, and be ready for Monday the next day.
Feel like you did something.
Yeah, and the testimonies that I get back via messages and phone calls and DMs and stuff like that, and it's real medicinal for people. And I got people consistently traveling in from as far as Mobile, Alabama, Macomb, Mississippi. Some people fly in to attend it. A lot of other parishes be coming out to the reset and stuff. So it really means something to people. And so at this point, I'm kind of obligated to do it. As I keep saying, it's a service. Right. And now I don't actually get a chance to reset. Because there's a full production. 1,000 people coming out every month. I'm basically throwing a mini festival. Right. And it's free. And I have I have food vendors come out. We started with my guy, Chef Bowie. The turkey neck man, he got them necks. They smoked and grilled necks, and now we got Steak Man come and hold it down. He do the salmon sliders, and all this is like small bites, in-kind services, free to my guests. So I make sure nobody got to go in their pocket in order to enjoy themselves, which is another load off, And what I get back from the audience about that is families are thankful because they could go out. A mother of 2, 3, 4, plus, husband or other family members. You try to go to the zoo, aquarium, anything like that, you're going to spend $300-$400 to feed everybody, get everybody in the whole nine. But you could come out here, have a completely good time, and for the price of just whatever you feel like you want to give donation-wise, and there's no obligation. And the kids have somebody to play with because it's multi-generational. Like, my mama be out there. I'm out there with my people. My kids be out there. They be having babies out there.
My uncle be out there.
You feel me?
It's a family event.
Yeah, man.
It is.
And like you said, it's a mental reset.
Yeah. And that's the blessing, because that's what brought me and this young brother together. New Orleans and families and one person on the other person. I believe your mother asked my uncle, like, do they know each other? Yeah. It was like, nah, I don't think they even know each other. And now, brother, definitely hearing you speak about you actually bringing the reset to other cities. I think you gotta have this young man sitting next to because that's something I look forward to it in my own city. Now you telling me take it to another city, brother. I'm excited. I'm excited.
Bro. So we're basically about to make a tour out of it, bro. And they're asking for it because they're seeing it online. And though there are other outdoor events, other places, nobody really focusing on resetting the nervous system like I am. So I'm very specific about my curation. There's a lot of things I don't allow. A lot of people want to come and do certain things, and I like trim it like a bonsai tree to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to do. And most people was confused by it because I wasn't asking nobody I wasn't charging nobody for that.
Right.
And they was waiting for that beat to drop.
Right.
All that. All that.
You know it.
I had some promoters come out and check it out because they saw the buzz going, and they was like confused as to what I was doing because it looked like we were just laying around in the park, which we was.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And,
it's a chilled event.
And if it wasn't the first, it was the second question out their mouth, like, where the money at?
Right.
And I said, brother, ain't no money.
So I'll tell you what, the next one is on the 17th, right?
Yeah, August 17th.
August 17th. If anybody who's watching right now, because it's a heartfelt thing that you're doing, Nes. Yeah. I'm just looking at, we were flashing it on the screen. This reset is important.
Yeah, it is.
Then you're going into the week, and folks in our city, especially, where there's so much going on, both negative and positive, needs to detox, and this is a great idea. Yeah. So listen, y'all could go to his Instagram right now at Nesby Phips. That's Instagram, Twitter, off Facebook. He does this. He's coming out of his own pocket.
Yeah.
If anybody wanna whether donate to the next one or get out.
You could donate at New Orleans Art Department. That's my company that basically produces this. And now we create a foundation side of it. So New Orleans Art Department, you can follow that on Instagram, or you could go to the website and you could donate, give what you want because it's needed. Because in addition to this, it's evolved into your donations don't just cover the cost of the event because we got permits, insurance, all this stuff. There's 3 pillars to my foundation. There's wellness activations, like the reset. That's art therapy, clinical and non-clinical. We just finished doing a session in the spring with Daughters Beyond Incarceration. Did some stuff at Sci-High Academy. And we're looking for more people to provide that service for. And the third thing is artist enrichment. So I have a curriculum I created called Turning Art into Commerce, which basically it's like a boot camp to get artists ready to take their work to the market. And there's an ideology that kind of blocks people from turning their art into business, and I kind of help break that shell off of them so they can really be able to provide to themselves, and they know how to price things, how to contact their audience, how to find their audience, the whole nine. So when you donate to New Orleans Art Department, you help fund all those initiatives.
Wow.
Well, he's Nesby Phips. Y'all make sure. Look, reset at sunset.
Yep.
The next one's on the 17th.
Yeah.
Y'all
This
come
Sunday.
on out
This
there.
Sunday.
This Sunday coming up. Y'all come on out there. Get
Greenway.
y'all reset. If y'all want to donate, remember, go to New Orleans Art Department.
Yes, sir.
And also follow at Nesby Phips on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
everything.
wherever you at.
TikTok, even though I don't be on there
Yes,
now. I'm trying to get with it, you know.
Yes, indeed. And
we all
check out his work. I said Cushion Orange Juice by Wiz.
Yeah.
He did work with Currency, McMain.
Yeah.
Another 0017, baby.
Has any beverage companies contacted you about the watermelon juice, brother?
No.
They got to hit
Okay,
you up.
well, let's
there.
put that out there. I
Let's
tend to
put
put
that-
things
yeah,
out
yeah.
here.
I
put that out
just do
there.
it myself, really, bro.
Well, come on.
Yeah, so but I get Healthy and NOLA and my man Show Fresh. They donate
Yep.
the watermelons that I make for.
Wow,
them.
that's fire, man. That's a
So
blessing.
I don't mind doing that part, like so if you're a beverage company, come holler at me, boy.
Come on.
Well, we
You
put
know.
it out there, y'all. Look, y'all don't go anywhere. When we come back, we'll be joined by Deuce Geralds, LSU new signee, baby. Shouts out to my man Nez for coming on the show, bro.
It's all
we gotta
out.
get you back on, man.
I let
Gotta
her
get you
come.
back
Y'all
on.
uptown, so ain't nothing but a thing, bro.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. It's ESPN Baton Rouge, baby. Inside the trenches. Hello, somebody.
Come on.
Inside the trenches. Inside the trenches.
Here is where your story continues. Stretch the limits of your imagination. Create the world as you see it. One letter, one word, one pixel at a time. Move to the rhythm of your own story. Make something more. For him and her and them, for the world. Do what you love. Tell stories like never before in state-of-the-art recording, news, and editing studios, created just for you. Learn skills that will never expire. Document moments, seconds, frames per second. Turn them into masterpieces. Creativity is more than a lifestyle. Make it a career. Tune into the sounds around you. Those notes, you were always meant to sing them. Creative boundaries, you were always meant to break them. Become the creative professional you are destined to be at the Anchor Institution for the Creative Economy. This is a stage, a world stage. New Orleans, culture rich. Loyola, hands-on access. Make the next move. Perform and work immediately. We do things differently. Use your creativity to impact society. Expand your mind. Be with and for others. Continue your story in the College of Music and Media at Loyola University, New Orleans.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Trenches, or should I say another segment, right? Segment 3, we rolling in that. Y'all know it's Monday. So our next guest hails from Georgia, but got a lot of Louisiana roots. As a matter of fact, his dad is from Baton Rouge. Speaking of Baton Rouge, our next guest is a part of the class of 2026. Y'all know that big-time class of LSU, right? Well, we got defensive tackle Deuce Geralds joining the show. Welcome to Inside the Trenches, Deuce. What's good, baby? Yeah. Hold on, we have some technical difficulties here.
Live TV.
Yep, we got him now. We have Deuce. You sound, you good, huh, Deuce?
No, he can't hear you.
Yeah. So check it. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll come right back. We got a couple of technical difficulties. We'll be right back here on Inside the Trenches.
We can hear him.
Okay.
I guess. he
Deuce,
just
say
can't-
something, Deuce.
No.
Talk.
Okay, hello? Hello?
Yeah, now we got you. That's
You can hear me?
Yep, yeah.
I still can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Okay, he can't hear me, y'all. I can hear
Yeah,
him.
I figured that.
He wasn't talking.
You wasn't talking. Did you hear me for a second? No, I can hear him. Wow. Oh, we did hit that last time.
Can you hear us?
That's what I hear. Just say something.
Can you hear us?
He still can't hear us, but how we was able to?
I can't remember. It came through that speaker though. I know it had something to do with that.
There we go.
You can hear us now.
Yeah, I can hear y'all now.
And now we can hear you. There we go. We just had a couple of. All right, so I'm gonna give you a new intro. Hey, if y'all could give me a countdown, I wasn't even ready. My bad, y'all was not.
Wow.
We're live now.
We're live now. We're live now.
Okay, so since we are live here on Inside the Trenches, we have Deuce Geralds. Yes, indeed.
Live
Here,
TV.
new
Wow.
LSU signee. Deuce, baby, what's good? We're coming all the way from Georgia. What's up, baby?
Sir, what you say?
Oh my
I say,
goodness.
how you enjoying everything? How's it to sign with LSU?
Oh yeah, it's been great. You know, it's been my dream to be a Tiger my whole life. So I'm really excited about coming back home, being from Baton Rouge and coming back down there to play football.
No doubt, no doubt. If y'all are just tuning on to the show, we're joined by the Geralds, matter of fact. I got Big Gerald in the background, my old teammate. Now, did your dad tell you we played for the Voodoo together?
Oh no, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, man. You know, see, probably he didn't tell you that because we D tackles and, I had to bust him up a couple times,
Never that. Never that. What up, big thing? What up?
That's my roommate, though. That's my dog. We played some years.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my guy, man. Look at you, bro. But I'm proud of you, bro. I've been knowing you before you knew yourself, believe it or not. Yes, indeed. But super proud of you. So, man, you're from Georgia, and I know, initially we asked you about your involvement and you coming in, to Louisiana. You had some other choices. You had Ohio State, you had Oregon, you had a couple of schools. I mean, ultimately you chose LSU. But what kind of made it, I guess, smooth for you to do that?
You know, like, obviously with that coaching staff up there with Coach Kyle Williams being the D-line coach, Coach Frank and Coach Brian Kelly and Blake Baker as the DC, they just really have something great going on with their program. I want to be a part of it. And it just was like really just with my heart, like LSU, it was my dream school growing up. I always wanted to be there since I was a little kid. So, like it just felt right regardless of anything. Like, and then like just Coach BK and all those coaches up there and that family feeling, it just added the cherry on top.
That's wonderful, brother, and congratulations on your decision to go to LSU. I obviously you went on a visit. What is your feelings about the city of Baton Rouge? Your first impression.
I was actually born in Baton Rouge. I have tons of family out there, grandmas, grandpas, everyone out there. So it's just like I just know, regardless like what happens at LSU, I just know I'll be taken care of within that city, just with all the family I have to depend on out there.
I knew you wasn't gonna choose Ole Miss though, so we knew that wasn't in the question. Like your pops back there, But hey, you are coming to the SEC.
Yep.
And this is big time ball. Even the Ole Misses, last few years, the Jackson Darts of the years. Of course, your dad was the Sports Illustrated cover boy going into our senior year at LSU. So, man, what it's gonna feel like playing in the SEC for you?
Playing in the SEC is just that's South ball. I've been playing in the South my whole life, so like, I just know how it's gonna come. It's gonna be competitive. It's gonna be high level football. I'm just ready for it.
Yes, indeed.
The crazy part about this whole situation and this whole interview that's going down right now is this young man still has a senior year to play in high school. Tell the people, what is your goals? Because we already know you reached your ultimate goal by choosing LSU. Tell the people your goals for your senior year in 2025.
Yeah, I was fortunate and blessed enough to already become an All-American and play in the All-American games and the Polynesian Bowls as a junior. So I already like knocked those out the park. So now like I'm really just set on my team right now, like leading my team to a state championship this year, Georgia 6A state championship. Like that's a high level right there. So I really want to aim for that. And a personal goal that I got this year is I'm real close to being, I'm 13, 12 sacks away from being the all-time.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's telling
They say
you.
he's close to being
Yeah.
like 13, 14
I'm
sacks
hoping
away.
he's saying he's close enough to be the all-time sack leader in Georgia high school football.
100%.
I'm
That's exactly
13
what he
sacks
said.
away.
What you say, Deuce?
Yeah, I'm the all-time right now because I'm the all-time sack leader for my high school, but I'm only 12 sacks away from tying the record, and I'm 13 sacks away from breaking it.
Wow.
In the state of
In
Georgia?
the state of Georgia.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
And it's a
so
lot of
the
ballers
goal-
that went through there, bro.
Yes.
Like,
Well, that's
crazy.
a great segue to, yes, you are in the state of Georgia, and you did choose the great LSU. What kind of flack you getting from the Georgia people knowing that you walking around with those 3 letters on your chest?
Yeah, they already knew what it was. They knew I came from Baton Rouge when I first moved here, so they really knew that LSU was my home, Baton Rouge was my home, and UGA, like they was really out the question for a little while. So yeah, I really wasn't worried about them.
if y'all just tuned in to Inside the Trenches, you're listening to Deuce Geralds, class of 2026 defensive tackle. Be sure to follow him on a social media platform at Deuce Geralds, or you can just type his name in and check out all his highlight videos. I want to say he's in the top 40 of the defensive tackles in the country, which is huge. Man, you got some big dogs coming in with you. We've had Richard Anderson on this show. Lamar Brown came to our camp that we just did with Conquer Sports out at Elite Academy in Baton Rouge. What does it feel like to be a part of some other another elite group? Like a lot of folks are excited about this defensive line class coming in. How does that feel to you?
Yeah, like I'm really excited about it. I feel like I'm surrounding myself with other dogs that's gonna put that work in with me and want to get to that quarterback, get to have the same goals as me. You know, me and Big Richard, we actually used to be teammates back at Zachary when we was younger, around 6U. We actually won a championship together. So yeah, Big Richard was actually my quarterback back then. So that
That's
was crazy
funny.
too. Yeah,
Wow.
so but we won a championship back in 6U, so I expect us to go win a national championship and the SEC championship now. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Me and Big Lamar, we've been in contact for years. That's been my boy. So yeah, I'm really excited to be with them boys.
That's pretty cool.
Well, I have a simple question that might come off difficult. How long have you been a high school football player with a grown man body?
What been big since the 8th
Man,
grade
boy
like that,
swole
boy?
like 100 bun in the microwave.
What you about 260 right now?
Right now I'm about 270 actually. I'm about around like maybe right under 270. So
Yeah, your
might be
pops
like-
was about 300 when he played in college. But he got like when he came to the Voodoo, he was one of the thinnest centers in the league, bro. Like he held his own. That's my dog. Man, okay, so I want to go to college defensive tackles. Is it anybody right now in NCAA ball you're like, man, he a dog. I model my game around him. You got like a favorite D tackle or two?
Ooh, in NCAA and college football right now. Some dogs. Let me think. I'm thinking about dudes that already hit the draft. Trying to think.
Or somebody that's even better. Like, who you think in this draft? I mean, we just witnessed the beginning of the NFL season get started. Who you like that got drafted recently that you think a dog?
Yeah, Kalijah Cansey. Well, that was 2 drafts ago.
But he a dog.
Yeah, he a dog. Mason Graham was a dog. Obviously, like he went that high for a reason. There was no reason to like. Yeah, so he a dog. Who else? Who else just came out this draft class that was really good? Trying to think of schools. What was that?
Man,
Walter Nolan.
I'm about to say from Georgia. Yeah, he a dog. What about in the NFL? Like anybody?
In the NFL. Grady Jarrett, always been a dog. He been grinding for years doing that. Who else? Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver, that boy dog. I love watching his film. I love watching the way he play. Who you say? Oh yeah, Jalen Carter. Yeah, you gotta love the way Jalen Carter plays. The aggression and the violent hands he play with. I really model my. I like to take something from each player, like whether it's their footwork, like their hands. Like I like to just almost build like the perfect D lineman or the best D lineman. I feel like that's how I'm trying to build myself.
Well, you seem like you're transitioning over to college very smoothly. You seem like you are dealing with the television and this ESPN thing we got going on very smoothly. not to get in your business, what are your thoughts about the NIL and anything brewing up for you? Because I mean, obviously you ready for prime time, baby boy.
Yeah, NIL, I feel like it's great. It's a great opportunity that they have provided for us as young athletes, like just preparing for the world, like as a professional athlete, and just outside of that, like I feel like it opens doors for us that we for years that like athletes just didn't have. Like it's like after they didn't make it out of college, it was just like it was you had to find a different career. But I feel like they like really opened up the doors and gave like these young athletes like other opportunities outside of just making it to the NFL or like just I just feel like it's a great startup. And I'm really grateful and for like the NIL.
It's a big time opportunity, and so much has changed since me and your pops came out of college, bro. I mean, out of high school. Let's go even further back. I want to say he's like class 05, 06. I'm class 04. And the big difference for us was most of us signed on signing day in February. Now you guys have opportunity to sign in December, which I'm pretty sure you're going to be an early signee for December. But my question for you is, with the NIL and with all of these new links, y'all do get an opportunity to go in December and get into the program in January. Are you looking forward to doing something like that, or you're in a situation? Well, obviously you already committed to LSU, but what do you think about being able to get into your college early and start preparing to get some reps?
Yeah, I'm really grateful for the opportunity because I just feel like it gives you that head start. Like you get to come in spring, really come in like while the team is still having their bowl games and just be around the team, learn plays, like understand like the way they function. Is by the time like real football rolls around, you're already like equipped and ready for everything that's coming your way. And it's just I feel like it's a good way to just get ready early and like just be prepared and just get you with that head start. So yeah, I really like that opportunity that they provided for us.
Damian, we see you back there trying to hide. We see you, Geralds. I tell you, Paul trying to duck. We still big, boy.
I'm just listening.
Deuce, I got a question for you, baby boy. So you realize this channel is actually broadcasted in Baton Rouge. So all of Baton Rouge will hear you. All of Baton Rouge is anticipating you coming. We do know, and I want to keep reminding these people as they look at you and realize that you are still a senior in high school. How can we watch you in your senior year this year? Can you give us some kind of link or some type of place to watch you, do your highlights this year?
Yeah, like you definitely tune in on my social media. It's gonna be all over. Yeah, like you probably have to check out my Collinsville High School Twitter page or Instagram page. They provide links, and like we got a big game this first week. Week 1 this Friday we play Grayson High School. They number 4 team in the country right now, and we a top team in the country also. So it's gonna be a heavyweight fight this weekend. I mean this Friday. So you can definitely tune in on that. I think it's on Max Preps this weekend. They live streaming it.
Okay.
It's gonna be this game gonna be all over. It's game of the week. So definitely tune in for that one.
What's your football number?
I wear number 2.
There you're right, Deuce.
See him, my Deuce, Deuce for real. Deuce for real. All right, Deuce, before we let you go, because hey, it is a school year. It's a school night for you. We got to focus on that. That's first. All right, NIL babies, y'all still got to do schoolwork.
You can't hit the UC just yet, baby boy.
It ain't pro ball yet, baby. So my thing for you is there are high school freshmen, sophomores out there right now like, I want to be the next Deuce. I want to be able to be a high recruit and sign with an LSU. It's a process to get right there. Talk to them about that process and give them a little motivation.
Yeah, just first of all, you gotta keep God first with everything you do. Like without that, like you're not gonna get nowhere. You gotta listen to your parents and you gotta work your butt off. Like when it comes to everything, like if you want to make sure this football stuff is what you want to do, it's gonna come with some sacrifice. It's gonna come with a lot. So you just gotta work hard. Have your mind focused when it comes to all of this. Like you gotta watch that film. You gotta put that extra work in. You gotta go train outside of practice. Like you gotta do everything. All the little things matter. So that's the 3 things I think that are like most important to get to that point.
No doubt, no doubt. Well, he is Deuce Geralds, the Deuce Geralds on Instagram. Be sure to follow him. Yes, indeed. You're going into that senior
High
year.
school scene.
Look, number two on the field, but number one in y'all hearts, baby.
You're right.
Look, we look forward to you coming down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, doing your thing, man. I'm proud of you, bro. I've been keeping up with you since you was a legit. I'm super since Pee Wee ball, man. You know. And shouts out to your cousin Trey. He was down here training with us with Conquer, with my boy Phil. But when you get down here, you gonna make your way over there to Elite Dog, and we gonna make sure we keep this elite going, baby. Super proud of you, Geralds, man. Thank you so much for joining the show. Get you some sleep, and we're going to get you back on during the season, man.
Definitely.
Hopefully, as he approaching that sack record.
Definitely.
Yes,
we'll have a countdown for you, baby.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Tell Pops I say what's hell, man.
I'm going to get 15 this season, crush it. So
Come on.
It's going to be early.
Let's go
I like that mindset.
Deuce Geralds, 15 sacks.
Let's go.
My God, hey.
All right, big homie, I appreciate you, man.
Hey,
All
dog,
love, brother,
hey, you
all
back
love.
down here now, dog.
All
So
love.
you got to holler at your boy back in New Orleans and Baton Rouge, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like the old days.
Baby. We coming home, baby.
Yeah,
Come
we coming
on.
on. That's my
Come
boy,
on.
man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
All
indeed,
right, my
man.
dog.
Peace out. Look, y'all make sure y'all follow the homie Deuce Geralds. Baton Rouge. He one of ours, baby. We got him early commit, class
Got him.
26. Super proud of you,
Oh,
Deuce.
yes.
Keep up the good work, man.
Yes, sir. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, man. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Excellent kid, man. LSU future is looking bright on the defensive line.
And swole.
And swole, baby. Boy, eating
That's
good over there in
crazy.
Georgia. Yes, indeed.
Go ahead, keep going first, but that weight room can't be too far away. Yeah?
Hello, somebody.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
look, y'all, we're going to take a quick break. And we didn't talk about the Saints in the first segment. So we're going to wrap this thing up with the New Orleans Saints. It's Inside
Okay.
the Trenches. Right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Hello, somebody.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Dentro de las trincheras.
Inside the trenches.
Inside the trenches.
Just like that, we all back. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches, baby. It's your host, Marlon, Big Favorite, right? Shouts out to our guest that just came on the show, the man Nipsey Phips, and also the homie Deuce Geralds. Big time superstar, man. I showed CL some of Deuce highlights from last season. He's like, man, dude, the dog. LSU is in good hands, and that we are in good hands. So shouts out to Deuce. Big ups to Yolanda, his management for getting him on the show. We definitely got to get him back on. CL, like when he get close to breaking that sack record, man, so he gonna get them sack records this year for the state of Georgia. Got the school record already.
Yeah, he done already made the state of Georgia mad. Might as well keep it up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Keep the party going.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
He definitely hit us with that Go Tigers on the way out.
Did he?
All right, fellas, let's say go Saints. Go Saints all the way. Go Saints all the way. Oh, I believe.
Next millennium.
Next millennium is crazy.
All right.
That chat on a new Madden.
That's right. Oh, they sure do got that Who That chat on the new man, boy. That's about to be super lit.
At least we got something to look forward to.
All right, fellas. It's not an elephant that we're addressing in the room. We are addressing the Saints, and we don't have like any animal spirits. We just got the fleur-de-lis symbol for our mascot, right? That we wear so gracefully as tattoos around here, on shirts and hats. You know, Chris got his fleur-de-lis on. This is what we do around here, baby. Yes, indeed. So, okay,
Black Monday.
the score was
27-13.
27-13. No, we only had 13 points.
Yes.
27-13. Some areas look good, y'all. Some areas look good.
Yeah, I agree.
If I were to point out offensively what looked good, the offensive line.
Yeah, for sure.
Stack. Look like we got some group of guys, if we do deal with injuries, guys that can get up there and sustain, right? That's one thing we're dealing with. Two, we have... Okay, Shuck had one good drive, CL. That 2-minute drill with the deep pass, I think one of y'all talked to me earlier about that was at least a gray line in a dark cloud.
I was impressed with the deep ball.
Yeah.
The deep ball.
I mean, it's preseason, the first game. Everybody's new from the offensive coordinator to the defensive coordinator.
Absolutely.
Obviously, there are a few guys that know the system. The guys that knew the system kind of showed up, like a Cedric Wilson on offense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I said, Black Monday, and I guess I'm here to give the bad news. Unfortunately, we dealt with some injuries. A severe injury to a Nick Salavari went down. Eventually, we didn't start a McCoy at center. We actually started Will Clapp at center.
He got hurt.
He eventually went down.
Yeah.
And then eventually later on in the game, Trevor Penning went down.
Yes, he did.
it is a war of attritions. We know we deal with injuries from time to time. It is always about what time the injury come, and but for the most part, it was a decent outing. I wasn't expecting fireworks. I do respect Harbaugh and the Chargers on the other end. They're not a team to shake a stick at.
Your thoughts, Chris? What you say yesterday?
Show some really good flags. There was some good and some bad, like you said. The good, like I agree, was the offensive line. Tyler Shuck, he had some great moments. I guess besides the pick six, I think he was the best quarterback for us yesterday. And for the defense, I was really impressed with Isaiah Stallbird and Jalen Ford. They both had 8 tackles yesterday.
Right.
And Fadil Diggs, he had a sack.
Yeah.
And with 4 tackles in a sack. So that was all the good. The bad, I would have liked to see the offense do better on third down. They was 2 of 13 on third down. That has to be better. And then we had to cut down on the turnovers as well.
Yeah.
So I know it's only preseason number 1, but that's my good and bad.
I mean, it's your first real look at the team, right, CL? It's one of those situations where we see too much familiarity, right? Not being able to produce on offense. We went drive after drive. I think the most disheartening one was in the first half, and we got a nice turnover,
not
right,
capitalizing
in the red,
on it.
and not being able to capitalize on that. That's just showing too much of what New Orleans is used to seeing around here. So the quarterback battle is one thing, right?
Yes.
It's mixed reviews in regards to Spencer Rattler. Because, Spencer Rattler wasn't that productive. I was hearing a lot of, they wasn't giving Spencer Rattler the type of plays they were giving Shuck. And the thing about that does have some validity to it.
True.
But at the same token, Spencer Rattler should have ran to that pylon and scored.
Yes. Right.
That changes it statistically because now you have a rushing touchdown and no turnovers. Both Jake Hanger, CL, and Shuck went out there and threw interceptions.
Yeah.
Are you a bit nervous for the quarterback room?
No, because this is what's supposed to happen in preseason. I'd rather these gentlemen make these type of mistakes in week 1 of preseason than week 11 of the regular season.
For sure.
So if anyone on this earth looks at it with weighted breath, it is I. But at the same time, I have to put it in its proper perspective. And that is just one preseason game, and our mission is to get better. I mean, I'm going to just put it out there and be honest with the world and myself. This is a rebuilding year, and this is what rebuilding looks like. You're not 100% sure because I still haven't decided who should be the starting quarterback. I don't know who's my second string running back. I don't know who is my number 4 wide receiver. I don't know who my second string tight end. So, these questions that we went into before the game started, we still have them now. And yes, we have 2 more preseason games to start. But what I did like is we had 11 possessions, but unfortunately only 10 points. So 66 plays. So we are getting flowing on offense. I believe the defense will be just fine when the season comes. It's just that the offense will take time to come.
And speaking of defense, I like the depth on the defense. I like the fact that I know you brought up Diggs. He was showing some pressure off the edge.
Yes.
Chase Young, we didn't see yesterday, but we did see a little bit of Foskey. We did see a little bit. I like
Chris Rump.
Chris Rump. Now Rump was very impressive. Not so much of making sacks, but the pressures he was putting on the quarterback.
Tackle for a loss.
Yes.
Creating a new new line of scrimmage. It is a battle inside the trenches. That's why the show's name Inside the Trenches.
Inside the Trenches?
Oh, yeah.
But Christian Boyd definitely showed that this was his second year in the league. It was almost a safety for a young defensive lineman, Chris. That's the type of impact you want to make.
Oh, yes. He almost made a great play on the safety. I wish they would have gave him a safety, but he made a really
complexion of the game.
I know. He made a really good play. And you can see the growth. And I think he's going to grow more and more as the season progresses.
And that's what I'm grateful for. We're seeing development in the players that we have drafted. I know my boss, Mickey, gets a lot of flack for the people that he bring in. But if you really look at it, a Ford, even a Stutzman, even a Riley, all these young men that have been drafted as of recently are showing themselves. You know, a Kendre Miller, he looked pretty good until the offensive line started going down.
Yeah.
You know, Above Memes looked good until he got hurt.
Yep.
Kendre was straight.
Yeah, so
and Bub did get banged up in the game.
He did.
Yeah,
Was it that
it's
high
rough.
ball?
I can't call it. I might spoil it. But I just know that we went through a few injuries this year, not as devastating as Slater, the Chargers losing their starting left tackle.
Yeah.
Actually, the highest paid left tackle in football, lost Slater for the year. So, we lick our wounds at the same time. We're grateful we didn't have that astronomical injury moving forward. We think Penny will be just fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be okay. But to you guys' point, we don't want that injury bug to get out of hand because we're going to need depth. And that's something we didn't see a lot of starters on yesterday. We did get opportunity to see some younger guys, particularly at the linebacker position. Danny Stutman is always advertised.
Yes.
He really is. He was all over the field yesterday. I stopped counting the tackles. I think he might have like 4 or 5 at some point. But I thought DeMarco Jackson looked pretty good, looked stout. You talked about Stallbird. Stallbird made back-to-back plays. He almost got in on that fumble, the second one that they almost caused.
Yep.
He was in on that play to make the tackle right then. In the next play, he went and made some plays on defense. CL, guys, we got maybe 2 more minutes here. When you think about this linebacking core, we didn't see DeMario yesterday.
Nope.
We didn't see Pete Warner yesterday.
Nope.
They still look like starters out there.
They did, and that was a big up to see that. We knew that it was the second string linebacking core, and they didn't fail to disappoint. They did not disappoint us. And I'm grateful for that. And I also want to shout out to Isaac Yeldum, the outside corner on the other side of Kool-Aid. You know, we were always wondering who we would replace with Marshawn Lattimore, and Yeldum has proved that he can be that guy on the outside. So look for him as well as a Blackman on the plays in the backfield.
So, Chris, I mean, you were impressed with the linebacking core. I know he mentioned Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid looks like all the cornerback one for the Saints right now. What are some other areas in the game or positions of need or positions that stood out for you?
The left tackles.
Oh, yeah.
The tackles. Not
Left,
the
right
left tackle and right tackle.
Yeah,
like
right.
they were great. Kelvin Banks, who I don't even think who Flacco play yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got his rep. He started. He got
he
his reps
started.
in.
I think they are the future.
Oh yeah,
They are the future. Beyond 2030, I have faith in them for sure. I have faith in that entire offensive line.
Big shout out to Simpkins, the third. College free agent this year out of, I don't want to mess up your first name, Torresell Simpkins, the third, balled out yesterday, had
68?
pancakes. Did not expect to, number 68, did not expect to go in
center.
at center. And look, they got him on the depth chart here at guard, obviously, with Will Clapp and Eric McCoy. But here's a kid who definitely put out some good tape yesterday. Inside the trenches, play of the game. If
He's gonna be on somebody's team.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, indeed. Well, fellas, the Saints take on the Jaguars this weekend.
I would be there.
That should be one of those games.
In Jacksonville?
I want to see
No,
it
it's in the
is.
Superdome.
Where is this game played? It's in the Superdome. It's in the season.
I'm aware,
CL,
gentlemen,
now,
I'm aware.
you better believe it. So, we're going to see more of the starters. This is game 2. So,
Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter comes to
that's
New
a
Orleans.
big one.
Goldilocks?
I was with Brian Thomas in New Orleans for
I
the
was
Super
just
Bowl.
about to
He
mention
coming
his
down.
name.
You know,
LSU,
so
yeah.
we
Travis
got some-
Etienne.
Yes, indeed. I wish we had more time, though. We had so much fun on the show. Big ups to our guests for coming on. Shouts out to the man Nesby Phips for coming on the show.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all be sure, speaking of the 17th, the Saints play, but he also has his event. It's going to be off the chain, Reset at Sunset.
Yep.
Good for the mind, good for the body, good for the soul and spirits. Big ups to him. Go to his social media, again, at Nesby Phips, to find out more information about it. Deuce, what's good, baby? Deuce Geralds, shouts out to him. LSU commit class of 2026.
Can't wait to see him.
Big ups for him coming on the show. Looking forward to checking him out next year. But this year we're gonna check out a couple of his
Definitely
high school
gonna check him
games that he continues to ball out. Dr. Kendra, you the one, definitely. Shouts out to Health Nut System. That's right, the #1 nutrition brand here for Inside the Trenches. Y'all make sure y'all go to stillbody.org. She guys, look, Doc, got that water, baby. Yeah, I'm drinking that. We staying hydrated over here. Y'all make sure y'all do the same too. Get all of y'all nutrients in. Visit stillbody.org. For my man, UP, Spin's in the building today. We got Spin back in the building.
The great
Shouts out to
Spin.
Taylor gang, what's good, baby?
Taylor.
Damian in the building.
Damian C8.
Yes, indeed. We had Naj come through. Naj came through, sat down for the first segment.
Sure
You know what I'm saying? Checked us out here. Yes, indeed. And shouts out to you. Y'all for sticking around for the show. We appreciate y'all for being here. Be back next Monday. Got to recap week 2 of the preseason, baby. And so much the Tigers gonna be coming up
After
soon.
the reset, after the Saints
After the
game.
reset, we got to recap the reset, the whole deal. Kids back at school, recap week 1, the whole 9. Y'all have a blessed week, and we'll be back next week, 6:30, right here on ESPN Baton Rouge Live. Is Inside the Trenches, baby. Hello, somebody.
Dentro de las trincheras.